We live in our inboxes, don't we? I mean,
Yeah.
email, it's everything. It's work. It's staying in touch. It's sanity sometimes.
Yeah.
But what if all those messages, all those links are hiding something a lot more dangerous than spam? Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of phishing attacks,
Yeah. Phishing.
and specifically some really unsettling new research about how they're targeting Gmail, Outlook, even Apple Mail users. And we're going beyond just the headlines here.
Right.
We really want to understand why this is happening, what's changing, and what it means for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the roadmap for this deep dive, it's some brand new analysis from Netscope Threat Labs.
Mm-hmm. Just came out like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Fresh off the presses. And you know what's really wild in this report?
What's that?
The number of dangerous clicks, those clicks on phishing links in emails, they've basically tripled in the last year.
It's tripled.
Yeah. Like in 2023, it was already bad. A lot of people were clicking. But 2024,
Mm-hmm.
more than 8 out of every 1,000 users clicked on something malicious.
Yeah.
It's like picture a packed stadium, right? And suddenly, dozens of people all fall for the same scam. At the same time, that's kind of the scale we're talking about here.
That's a pretty scary thought, actually.
Yeah.
And what's causing this? I mean, why such a dramatic increase?
Well, Netscope, they talk about this idea of cognitive fatigue.
No.
Basically, we're just bombarded with so many emails every day.
Oh, tell me about it.
Our brains are like constantly switching tasks, dealing with notifications, and it makes it that much harder to spot the subtle clues that might tell us, hey, this is phishing, watch out. It's like our internal alarm bells, they're getting worn out from going off all the time.
Yeah, they're just always ringing. It's like, eh, whatever. Another scam.
Exactly. And you know who else knows that?
The attackers.
The attackers, that's right. They're getting much more sophisticated, they're bolder, and these phishing email, they're just getting more and more convincing.
So it's like it's an arms race almost.
It is.
I mean, these guys are constantly finding new ways to try and trick us. So what are they doing now? Like, what are some of the latest tactics they're using?
Well, Ray Canzanese, he's the head of Netscope Threat Labs, and he says it really well. He says these phishing links, they're pretty much everywhere now.
Everywhere, not just email.
Nope. Social media, those sponsored links that pop up when you're searching for something, even like messages that look like they're from your friends.
Oh, wow.
They're casting a wider net than ever before, and they're blending right in with everything else we do online.
And the report even called out specifically using personal apps, even stuff like webmail,
Mm-hmm.
as a major risk for individuals, for companies. It's like every single app we use is another door these attackers could try to sneak through.
Yeah, you got it. And it really highlights the bigger problem here. Our reliance on all these digital tools, well, it's creating more and more vulnerabilities. It's not just about work emails anymore. It's about our whole digital lives.
Right. It's almost like we need to develop like a new set of reflexes for the digital world. And speaking of warnings, Google actually just issued one recently about this second wave of cyber attacks coming.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them are phishing related.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Andy Wynn, one of the leaders over at Gmail, he emphasized how persistent these attackers are. He said they're constantly adapting, changing their methods.
Which makes sense, because this isn't something that's just going to disappear, right?
No,
We
they-
got to be ready. They're relentless, always evolving.
So for everybody listening, these attacks are on the rise. They're more sophisticated than ever. They're taking advantage of how much we all rely on technology. So what's the one thing you'd say everyone should remember to stay safe?
It might sound basic, but honestly,
Yeah.
be skeptical.
Skeptical.
Before you click on anything, any link, just pause for a second. Look at who sent it. Really look. Hover over that link. See where it's actually going to take you. And if anything, even the smallest thing feels off.
Yeah.
Don't click.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Exactly. Trust your gut on that one.
Great advice. It's a digital world out there, and we've all got to learn how to navigate it safely. So here's something to think about. How do we stay ahead of these threats? I mean, they're always changing. It's a conversation we all need to be having, individually and as a society. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of phishing attacks.
See ya.
Yeah.